Okay, it's not since Glover Quinn that we've had a good safety, like a good safety. Again, Lions have had problems all over the place, but it just feels like if you had a good safety, wouldn't that be nice? And we've gone through, Tracy Walker, who's good, he's solid, but like, where's that playmaking ability? And then he gets hurt. Then there's Will Harris, CJ Moore. Those guys are kind of backups. Then you've got Deshaun Elliott that came in good against the run, another guy. You got Iffy, who's just been hurt. We drafted him. He was at corner, but then we get this guy named Kerby Joseph. We draft him pretty high. We all know we needed a safety last year. We get in the draft and we get him out of Illinois. He only played safety for 1 year, and just like, well, what's he going to do? I mean, really, it's like, what is he going to do? And all we heard was his playmaking ball skills are so good. And seriously, I've always wondered, like, what does that mean? Like, his ball skills. Well, what it means is, can you be running 100 miles an hour? Another guy's coming at you. You see it, you read it, you go up, and can you make an actual catch and interception? Like, that is really hard. That is really hard to do. Not a lot of guys can do it. And you just talk about this guy doing it. So against the Green Bay Packers, Kerby Joseph, again, I know this is like a small play, but his first interception, he had 2 interceptions. His first one, remember, was a tip ball right in the goal line. There's guys all over. Even Okuda's there, and he makes the catch. Like, that's what I've learned watching the Lions. Can you make the catch? Can you execute when it's there? He did. He does. Interception, huge. Our ball. Another interception that he makes. If you watch it, I mean, it's all hands. He reads it, comes, cuts in front, all hands, interception. Huge, huge. I mean, yeah, it'd be awesome to knock that down, and that's a great play, and you're happy with that. But the difference from a pass breakup to an interception, great hands, huge. And then he makes another play. It was a post pattern. I don't know if you remember this, but it was a post pattern that he broke up. So Kerby Joseph, rookie, doesn't play right away, kind of some injuries. He gets in there, and now all of a sudden you're like, there we have a safety. We have a safety. We've been looking for this guy for forever. And like I said, I remember Glover Quinn making plays, big interceptions, changing the entire game with an interception. A guy that can understand and read the play. That's number one. And then number two, once you get there, the ball's there, everything's right. Can you literally make that play? Because remember, an offensive player knows where the ball's going, knows what the play is. But as defense, as fast as everything's moving, especially against Aaron Rodgers, to have the ability to know, see it, go, find it, and then catch it is just a big deal. I mean, if it was easy, you'd see it more, but you don't. From our guys, at least. Kerby Joseph, great play, love this guy, and he's another example of Brad Holmes playing the long game. Here's a guy that we get, doesn't get in right away, but man, you start stacking him together with Aiden Hutchinson, Rodriguez, Barnes is playing pretty good. Okuda, is again a high draft pick. And the defense has a ways to go, but you have to give me a player. All we've been asking for is, who are the stars? Do we have anybody on defense that can make a play? And all of a sudden you've got this Kerby Joseph guy comes in, 2 interceptions, pass breakups. You're like, that's what we need. Now we need 3 more of him. We need a corner. But hey, you got Jerry Jacobs comes in after, he's been injured, hasn't played, comes in. He was all over the place. So you have Jerry Jacobs, you have Okuda doing well. You can see that there is some potential if we could get a couple guys like Kerby Joseph playing well. So Kerby Joseph plays well. Love it. Love seeing him beat. Love seeing him intercept Aaron Rodgers, number one. Love that. And that leads to a victory. And what I love about the victory is it brings him to light. If you lose, it's like, who cares? Whatever. You got to make plays. You should have 3 interceptions. But when you win, it's like, okay, 2 interceptions, plays well. And really, as a whole, as much as we've been on Aaron Glenn, I mean, he deserves credit. I mean, I loved the way that we were aggressive with Aaron Rodgers. It burned us a couple times. He scrambled a couple times, things like that. But at the end of the day, we were aggressive. And what a difference with our pass rush back. That is really the difference. Is you've got Charles Harris coming in, Kaminsky, Pascal's back, Hutchinson. you got a little bit of a pass rush, and you saw it today. We didn't get home every time, and we didn't pressure him every time, but um, when Aaron Rodgers, uh, on 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, it was just like the pressure's coming. I gotta do something. You saw him throw it off his back foot a few times, where it's like, all right, and he's so good that works a lot of the times, but not today because um, I just love our secondary making plays. You just don't see that. We haven't had the interceptions. When you don't get turnovers, it's just hard. And then because what happens is if you don't get turnovers, then the other team is going to either get a touchdown, field goal, so they're going to get points, or they're going to they're going to punt it and pin you inside your 20. And it's so without a turnover, you're constantly just fighting the length of the field. But you get a turnover, in the red zone where it's just huge. You take away points from Aaron Rodgers. Defense plays great. Offense complementary enough. The running game against the Packers was just enough that it really caused problems. It was great to see a Lions victory in large part to a rookie, Kerby Joseph, and the way that he made the plays when they were there. So let me know your thoughts on rookie Kerby Joseph, and we will see all of you on the next one.